Etiquette. It's a vlog about etiquette. What is etiquette? What does etiquette mean to you? I'll tell you what etiquette means to me. It means having respect for other people. Now, when I first started carp fishing in the late 70s, there wasn't very many carp anglers, so it meant that when you fished in the lake, you could put the lead pretty much anywhere you wanted. As a result of this, we used to ask each other and say, "Excuse me, mate, are you pike fishing or carp fishing?" Now that was very important because most people pike fish to the carp fishing then, so we had to ask that question. And if they were carp fishing, we asked the simple question: where did you fish? Where are you fishing? Where's your rods? That's it. How long are you fishing for? The other question. Also, we didn't fish next to each other. We made sure, that's unless we knew each other, that we didn't impact on them. We didn't put our bait near their bait if they've been there for 2 days and disturbed all the water. That was the etiquette of that. What's the other etiquette? We used to respect them and not bully them. We asked questions, we spoke. But you had two kinds of angler then. You had the secret squirrel who didn't want to speak to you, but you had the person who appreciated that you was another carp angler or a specimen angler. How it's changed. Now, most pegs are bivvy pegs. It didn't exist then. So when you had a bivvy peg, like this one here, this is a prime example of a big bivvy peg. This is an example of what a peg used to be like. We had no room to put a bivvy up, so we used to sleep underneath umbrellas. It's an interesting point, that, because as soon as they changed the match lakes into carp lakes, and then what they then in turn did as well is they created bivvy pegs, so everybody was fishing too close to each other. Now, why did we used to ask where people were fishing? Because if you got taken out by a fish and a fish went down the margin, you wasn't taking them out as well. So partly it's to do with the fishery owners who decided to put pegs really close to each other for coin, because this is more popular carp fishing now. How etiquette has changed. Now I suppose you're meant to fish within the area that's allocated to your swim. So if it's a lake like this, then the etiquette is you've got your area, stay where your area is, don't go away from it, stay in that area. But if it's a lake where there's only a couple of you on the lake, I would do one thing: ask a question. Etiquette again involves language. respect. Don't need to swear at everybody, but it might be part of what happens during a conversation. That's normal. What's the other etiquette? Be a human being. I think that's it. Remember, fishing is a hobby. It's a sport. It's not about being better than you or me. It's about enjoying it, chatting to each other, learning from each other. And if you don't want to speak to people, then that's fine. That's part of the etiquette. Keep that to yourself. Obey the rules. Jealousy is something else that comes into etiquette. Etiquette is about being good anglers, respecting the environment, checking the rules, checking the baits, making sure you're not impacting on other people's baits. If you see somebody fishing, like I'm fishing here now, okay, unless it's social, don't go and set up on the next peg. If there's like 40 pegs on the lake and you set up next to somebody you don't even know, that's poor etiquette. You might think that's normal, but it's poor etiquette. What you need to do is make sure you find an area of the lake which has got no baiting that you know has been put in, and fish it. Do your own work. And etiquette again. If I'm leaving now, right, unless the angler says, do you want to move it, I'm going now, do you want to drop in behind me, right, don't go and put your bivvy up right behind them waiting for him to go. Don't hover on the shoulder waiting for him to go. Go for a walk. Put your bucket down, but don't sit on the shoulder. That's a big part of etiquette that people miss. Another part of etiquette: don't be going launching your spom all over the lake or your marker everywhere. Keep in your boundaries. Far too many times I've seen a marker flying out in everybody else's swim, and that's not right. You shouldn't do it. Keep that to yourself. Don't do that kind of thing. That's etiquette. Like and subscribe, press that bell button. If there's anything else you want to talk about, put a comment below. Now I'm trying to be a bit as quiet as possible because it's 7:30 in the morning. I'm not trying to wake everybody up. So forgive the tone if it's a little bit flat. It is what it is. It is what it is. Sorry. Got back up in a minute, so that's why I've done this. So that's etiquette.